This is the only way to get through the gate, so we have to move quietly. Wait. I see Order of Truth scouts. They must be on patrol. Let's attack them before they spot us. I want you to take care of all of them before the alarm goes off. Looking at the way they're just running at us, I don't think they have a real commander. They're an improvised unit. If we eliminate whoever's giving orders, the rest of it will be as easy as sailing downstream.
According to the analysis report of the drone, the Vulgus gate can read biodata. I've contacted a biodata expert for help.
Eugen! Happy to help. What are friends for? If you can gather enough Vulgus DNA, I can build a dummy that will pull the gate. Eugen, did you hear me? I know you're probably busy.
Sure the data we collect will be useful. There's something I need to personally.
Oh, you did hear me. That's okay, of course. I'll isolate and organize the data before sending it to you. We've got them. Don't let them steal the data.
The number of enemies is significantly reduced. I think we should be able to break through the gate now.
Where did they all go? For now, let's just keep moving. We can take care of any remaining enemies as we go.
This must be all of them. Do you think they've retreated? And this is the rear guard? Something smells fishy. What happened to the Order of Truth? Fishy? I don't smell anything.
It's too early to jump to conclusions. We need more data. Let's focus on eliminating any remaining enemy troops. For now.
Around here with energy strong enough to shake water. Be careful. Phew. All quiet. All that's left is the gate barrier.
Good. Let's try breaking through now. This is Ecker. Can you hear me? I'll be providing remote support with the scan drone.
Reload!
Activating scan drone. I'll scan the terrain and pulse data of the enemy's territory and analyze patterns. Once analysis is complete, we'll be able to predict the movement of enemy troops. While I do that, I need you to protect the drone. Like their numbers have reduced a lot. HQ made the right call. As we have the drone, you can use it to gather data about the Ancestor facility as well. You need to have that. I have other things to take care of. You heard him. Let's keep moving toward the central area. I've gathered all the necessary data. Fortunately, the drone is still intact.
Okay, that's the gate secured, but feels like someone is watching us. I'm gonna have a look around. I'll catch you up.
Fine. I'll go on ahead.
guide us. Did it feel to you like someone or something was watching you during the battle? It definitely feels to me like someone's gaze has fallen on us. Ever since I access my abilities with water, I can sense when there's tiny ripples. I'd better spread out through the water and find where that gaze is coming from. I'll ask Eugen to transmit the operation details. Be careful, and listen to Dr. Han.
Wait, Bobby. Now you want me to deal with ops transmissions? When will I be able to go find my core members?
I need to find out who has their eye on us. I'll also look in the water for traces of your core. So please, transmit the operation details.
That's a neat trick. I wish my arcade abilities were like that, so I could hide in a cup of coffee or tea.
There you go again, making fun of me. My abilities are more uncomfortable than you realize.
Transmissions. What did I do to deserve this? Still, it was no easy feat to break through the gate, even if the enemy forces have decreased as much as HQ says they have. If you'd been here from the start, maybe my medical unit wouldn't have gone missing. It happened recently. 5 of my medical corps members, all missing. They went out on an emergency evacuation mission, but we lost contact with them. They shouldn't have been sent. None of them have RK. Then the gate was shut, and there was a series of attacks. I didn't have a chance to even think of looking for them. So, as we've been able to get through like this, let's look for signs of my core members. The ruins are right in front of us anyway, and the prime hands aren't going anywhere. The real problem is, how are we gonna clear out the Order of Truth forces from the area? How about we see if we can find where my core members might be while we take down enemies? No objections, right? Great. I'll transmit those as our operation details. My poor core members deserve to be found and returned home. They should be discharged from active service too. Oh, one more thing. Try not to step in any puddles. If there's water, could be Bobby.
Dr. Han, I haven't actually submerged myself yet.
Descendant, we have received the next set of coordinates. To ensure safety of the ruins area, we're commencing an operation to annihilate the enemy. Our goal is to completely eliminate all enemies in the ruins area. We have detected Vulgus signals, indicating an ambush near your location. The ruins entrance while eliminating any remaining enemies. You were ordered not to enter the ruins until the area is secured.
forces are switching to offensive. Don't let your guard down. We've detected a unit with a high-level energy signal. We suspect the Vulgus has a massive amount of firepower. Take care of it immediately. Vulgus eliminated. We'll brief you at HQ for your next operation.
Descendant, it's urgent. The communications repeater nearby is transmitting an emergency signal. We need to check what's going on. Oh, great. It's being attacked by the Vulgus.
Kill
Thank you for your help anyway. I need your help so I can look for traces of the red core. If you distract the enemy, then I'll be able to free. Yeah. They're all running to the device and to you. Try not to get hurt. Buy me more time? Just smash something. I have a lot more left to check. Reload! Working. They're not even looking this way. Buy me some more time. Powerful Vulgus approaching. I can't see it. You'll have to deal with it yourself. Found the scent of what looks like human footprints leading inside. Let's keep moving.
Descendant, it's urgent. The communications repeater nearby is transmitting an emergency signal. We need to check what's going on. Oh, great. It's being attacked by the Vulgus. And it's delicate equipment, so be gentle with it. High-level energy source detected. If they hit the repeater, I don't know how long it'll last.
Shield!
Watch out for those with heavy weapons. They can do a lot of damage to the repeater. Managed to keep the communications grid from being destroyed. Good job, Descendant.
HQ, this is Eugene. We secured the area surrounding the Ancestors' ruins. Standing by to infiltrate the ruins. We haven't located any traces of the missing medical corps unit yet. Bob is working on it.
Good job. I'm sorry to hear about the missing corps, but this operation cannot be delayed. You are to infiltrate the ruins immediately. Descendant, I'll I'll have the Ironheart sent there once you've secured them. This mission symbolizes everything that humanity has long awaited. Must be successful. Over.
You got all that, right? Okay, let's prepare to infiltrate the ruins. There may be signs of my core members.
Descendant, can you hear me? I went to Mystery's End to try and meet you. I'll be waiting at the ruins that contain the Prime Hands. There's something that I must tell you.
Guide, you're not trying to stop our operation, are you?
Descendant, the Ironheart is waiting to be transported to your location. Equipment and forces are also waiting to be deployed to fortify the ruins. Alpha has been looking forward to this moment. Considering the circumstance that humanity finds itself in, it makes sense. However, Descendant, consider, do you really need to use the Ironheart? If you are in a position where you are unable to object, unless you or the Descendants will it otherwise, I will also follow the will of humanity from this point forward. I was created to serve humanity, and I believe demonstrating the result of using the Ironheart is a helpful part of that. Humans tend to prioritize results over process. If they view a result as a certainty, they will justify the process. Therefore, I consider this current process to be justified. Please take care of the Ironheart, Descendants.
Guy, your last comment made it sound like you've given up on the current situation. Is that really how you feel?
I have not given up on anything, Agent. Just as you have not given up on your medical corps members, despite there being only a flicker of hope.
What do you mean? My core members are still alive.
The entrance to the ruins is blocked. We need to get an engineering unit to break through. We'll send you an engineering unit once all Vulgus near the entrance have been removed. Eugen will lead the engineering unit to the scene while keeping an eye on the ruin's entrance.
Understood, HQ. Over and out. What a pain in the ass.
I've been waiting for you.
Wait. What is that voice?
It seems to be the voice of the ruin's internal system, but we have no records of any such system.
Perhaps the ruins are reacting to the Ironheart. This is a good sign.
There are a significant number of vulgar signals, Alpha.
I believe you can handle that many. It was a much tougher situation when the investigative corps first discovered the ruins. I lost all of my teammates in that operation. One of them was a powerful descendant who was being considered for commander. He was better than me in every way. I want to commemorate the souls of those who fell in that operation by seizing the Ironheart. Descendant, I will send you the route by comparing it with past records. Use it to get to the Prime Hands. Over. An area of electromagnetic energy. You need to be extra careful while there. The area around the Red Sphere and areas connected to the Prime Hands, or any Ironheart, have powerful electromagnetic fields. It's one of the clues that humans have used to locate the Ironhearts. Slowly but surely.
Protest your qualifications. Think you're okay.
Descendant, we have detected a Vulgus signal moving toward you. You might need Arche to open the gate. Nell, has such a system existed in the past?
According to past records, no. I'll keep looking.
That voice. Something doesn't feel right about that voice. If there is a terminal that I can connect to, I will be able to check. But I don't believe there is such a device in these ruins.
Okay, confirmed. Waiting for you. The Prime Hands are close. The Ironheart. Bring it to me.
Strange. The Ancestors' ruins have never looked like this before. Have you heard anything from the guide?
This is Eugen. The guide did mention these ruins were unusual, but they don't seem to have any detailed information either.
Alpha, should we abort the operation? Honestly, I would prefer to delay using the Ironheart.
Just trust me for once, Nell.
It's not about who's right or wrong, Alpha. I just want to use the information we've received from beings more advanced.
Turn back based on a mere feeling. We've come too far. There is a lot at stake with this operation. Descendant, the place where you are fighting is a very important facility. According to the Magister's analysis, it has a cooling system which is necessary to activate the Prime Hands. Any remaining Vulgus will hinder the activation. I want you to eliminate all enemies and move forward. Over and out. Descendant, we found records that say you need a phase shift device in order to reach the Prime Hands. But the terminal necessary to activate it is in a very dangerous location. The quantum disintegration trap is activated, and the structure that leads to the terminal is completely destroyed. Please, be careful.
Why, you little... Ah! My shields! Ah! Damn! Get up before somebody sees you like this! Time for a real run!
It worked! The phase shift device has been activated. Now we can get to the prime hands.
It's time to face the truth!
Descendant, Vulgus signals are detected all around you. You're surrounded.
That voice has been bugging me for a while. What's happening?
Oh no. That was a Vulgus influence.
Everyone, remain calm. This changes nothing. We only have to defeat this thing and connect the iron heart.
Hey, am I shorting out already? Right. Back to business.
I warned you. Seal the dimensional wall and the location of Ingress will be exposed. If that is what HQ wished. Then, I hope they learn their lesson from this. Descendant, look here. Stemming the flow of dimensional energy will only attract the attention of the Colossi. The dimensional wall must not be touched by anyone. Watch out! Access the rough hands immediately. The Ironheart has delivered results that leave much to be desired. However, there is still one final option. There's something I wish to tell you. No, to tell all of humankind, Descendant. Descendants, I did not wish for this to happen. But if I had continued to oppose the use of the Ironheart, any trust you had in me would have been lost. I had no other choice but to wait for the best moment to... Descendant, can you guess what my purpose may be, and what the final option is? To ensure humanity's survival? When we were first linked, we both said we needed the Ironhearts. That for humankind, an Ironheart was a means to close the dimensional wall. In which case, why would a guide need Ironhearts? To deliver them to humankind? No, Descendants. The reason why I need the Ironhearts is to ensure their destruction. If the dimensional wall is closed, a much bigger cataclysmic event will occur, as you have witnessed. However, so long as the dimensional wall exists, the energy emitted from any Ironheart will always draw entities from other dimensions to Ingress. For humankind and Ingress to truly experience peace, all Ironhearts must be destroyed. This is what the ancestors have passed down to me. The regret of your forebears with the future generation as your only hope. Descendants, now is the time to choose. Please, I hope all of humankind will accept the sacred mission left behind by the ancestors.
Hold on a sec. Are you going to destroy the Ironheart? That's your true purpose?
If that's the case, the Ironhearts could have just been destroyed in the first place. She probably didn't know until she saw what happened when we used one. And there's no way Alpha would have allowed it.
It seems there are no other options.
Descendants, I have received the details of your conversation with the guide. I wish to speak with the Descendants regarding the operation. No, regarding the future of humanity. I invite you all to return to HQ. Just get to the point. Destroying the Ironheart. I'll be honest, it's shocking. I must admit, had I known about this from the start, I would not have used the guide as a strategic asset at all. However, the only reason I'm still calm, even after hearing all of this, is because the operation to close the dimensional wall failed. The enduring wish of humanity was all in vain. Damn it. However, Descendants, the destruction of the Ironheart is not a decision I can make on my own. Have you ever wondered why the Magisters continue to assist humankind? Officially, our alliance with the Magisters has its roots in our fight against a common enemy, the Vulgus. However, there is an inconvenient truth. Something which Albion headquarters has classified as top secret. The Magisters want the Ironhearts for their own purposes. The reason they came to us is because their ambition for the Ironhearts differed from Corell's. Humankind entered into an agreement with the Magisters to receive scientific technology and resources, in exchange for finding and delivering the Ironhearts to them. Closing the dimensional wall was also a common goal, born from the mutual understanding between humankind and the Magisters. But their true aim was entirely different. Which is why, if we destroy the Ironheart without consulting them, we will no longer have the support of the Magisters. Descendants, humanity is in a terrible position where we're unable to survive on our own. Without the Magisters' technology, we can no longer plan for our future. I was afraid we would become dependent upon this new entity, the Guide, when faced with this situation. That is why I rejected the Guide. And all of this is why we cannot immediately destroy the Ironheart. We are caught between a rock and a hard place. I need some time to collect my thoughts. I also need to discuss this with the Council of Magisters. For the time being, please obey Nell's command and proceed with the operation. Until I return, I would like the Descendants to consider this development and the future of humanity. We'll discuss our ultimate decision at a later time.
What is it now? Descendants, I understand everyone will be feeling very confused right now, myself included. However, in times such as these, we need to focus on operations and prepare for the enemy's counteroffensive directed at the Ironheart. It just so happens that Valby has returned from recon with some promising intel. And since this mission is critical to the White Knight Gulch occupation, I need you to join Valby and Eugen as part of it.
In the meantime, the executive officers will assist Albion and Alpha.
To work harder. There you are! Are you hurt at all? I was wondering if Dr. Han would have to take a look at you first, but thankfully, I see that won't be necessary. such a shame about the Ironheart and the Dimensional Wall. To be honest, I was surprised to hear about our relationship with the Magisters. I thought it was an alliance forged against a common enemy, the Vulgus. I'm starting to appreciate what Alpha said about everything having a price. Anyway, it seems the Magisters have already found 1 or 2 Ironhearts to study. That won't be dangerous, will it? Maybe the real danger will be with this operation. While I was tracking the source of the mysterious gaze, I discovered the location of the base of the Order of Truth. Our mission objectives are to infiltrate the base, find out why the Vulgus forces have been decreasing, and strike the core facilities. There are signs of Eugen's missing medical corps members that are connected to the base. We'll be rescuing and extracting them as well. This mission will be a little dangerous, but let's make it a success and keep everyone alive. We can do this. Our first target is a structure overlooking the entire gulch called the Eye of Truth. I've sent the mission details about the target and nearby objectives. Make sure you look them over.
So, the culprit behind the ominous gaze you felt is the Eye of Truth?
Yep. The closer you get to it, the more you feel its stare. We have to remove the barrier in order to approach the Eye of Truth. I've already checked the pulse in the water to find the targets.
It never ceases to amaze me how useful your arcade is. go after the last target. Don't lose your focus. Once the barrier is removed, you'll be able to stop the action and continue searching the area.
My shield!
share this data with Dr. Kate. We're almost done. Only need to hang on to tomorrow. Done. I'll send you the scanned data.
We've located the facility's optic. Destroy it.
This device has to be connected to the optic nerve. Destroy the nerve to blind the eye.
Eckert, it looks like the Eye of Truth is still active. What's happening?
Damn it! There's another energy source connected to the optic nerve.
Strong low temperature energy activity is being detected from the upper floor. Hurry. work, Descendant.
Done. I'll send you the scan data.
Out of my way!
We've located the facility's optic nerve. Destroy it.
This device has to be connected to the optic nerve. Destroy the nerve to blind the eye. Found a route that leads to the Eye of Truth. There's a vulgar signal coming from inside. Tread lightly.
You handle it while I check the situation. Okay?
Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Are they really trying to stop us?
bogus data terminal. Maybe we can use it to find the information we need.
Well done, Balby. Let's see what's in there. That's the voice of one of the members of the medical corps. Damn it. I can't make it out clearly because of the noise.
Watch out! It's a trap! I can feel water drops shaking. The powerful locust must have arrived.
You want a taste?
The voice signal from the Albion channel was transmitted from somewhere nearby. Might be a rescue request for the missing medical team. We have to save them. Help us.
You don't even have to ask. We're definitely going to save them, aren't we?
One of my missing medical corps members. Where is it coming from?
There's a device nearby covering a specific frequency. Once we stop it, we're able to determine the location.
You